Good morning, students. Today we have to study post-fertilization changes. Up till now, we have studied various steps involved in sexual reproduction in flowering plants, such as development of male gametophyte, development of female gametophyte, then pollination, fertilization, and now we have to study what happens after fertilization, that is post-fertilization changes. And these post-fertilization changes includes development of endosperm, then development of embryo, then formation of seed and formation of fruit. So, post-fertilization changes include development of endosperm, development of embryo, formation of seed and formation of fruit. Now, as we study double fertilization in ovule, so it is the anatropous ovule like this, fertilized anatropous ovule. Here is the embryo sac, then nucellus, then integuments. Okay. We have studied all details about anatropous ovule and fertilization. It is double fertilization. So it is the ovule. Here is the triploid primary endosperm nucleus. Triploid primary endosperm nucleus. Here is the zygote, and here antipodes. Okay. It is the fertilized ovule. And this ovule is present within the ovary. Now, what are different parts of this ovule which get changed to form the seed? Okay, these parts are, suppose here is the micropyle, then synergy, then triploid primary endosperm nucleus, then nucellus, antipodals, okay, then funiculus, hilum, and integuments. So these parts take part in formation of seed. After fertilization, this micropyle remain as opening of seed. Then these synergies may get disintegrate or disorganized after fertilization. This triploid primary endosperm nucleus develops into an endosperm of the seed. Then this Then these antipodals also disintegrate. Antipodals also disintegrate. Funiculus remains as stalk, and it also remains as a point of attachment, and the zygote develops into an embryo of the seed. So these are the changes which occurs after fertilization in the fertilized ovule. Now what happens to the zygote and primary endosperm nucleus? The development of endosperm and embryo takes place simultaneously. Okay, the development of endosperm and embryo takes place simultaneously. So, development of endosperm. Now, question is, what is endosperm? What is endosperm? This endosperm is the nutritive tissue. It is the nutritive tissue which provides nourishment, to the developing embryo. Okay, endosperm is the nutritive tissue which provides nourishment to the developing embryo. And in angiosperms, this endosperm is triploid. Endosperm is triploid, and it is always post fertilization tissue. It is important character. In angiosperms, endosperm is triploid and it is always post fertilization tissue. If we study the gymnosperms, then in gymnosperms, endosperm is haploid. It is haploid and it is pre-fertilization tissue. Pre-fertilization tissue. It is the difference between endosperm of gymnosperms and angiosperms. In angiosperms, endosperm is triploid and it is post-fertilization tissue, while in gymnosperms, endosperm is haploid and it is pre-fertilization tissue. Now, this endosperm in angiosperms develops from a result of triple fusion. That is triploid primary endosperm nucleus. This triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by mitosis and it forms endosperm. Okay. Now, on the basis of development of endosperm, endosperm is of three types. Here is the types of endosperm. On the basis of development of endosperm is of three types. Number one is nuclear endosperm. Number one is the nuclear Endosperm develops from triploid primary endosperm nucleus. Formation of triploid primary endosperm nucleus triggers cell division in triploid primary endosperm nucleus, which results in formation of endosperm. So the examples here: maize, jawar, then sunflower. Okay. It is the most common type of endosperm. It is the most common type of endosperm. Now what happens in this type? In nuclear development of endosperm, the triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by free nuclear divisions. Okay. Suppose here is the embryo sac. It is embryo sac. Here is the zygote. And here is the triploid primary endosperm nucleus. Triploid primary endosperm nucleus. This triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by free nuclear mitotic divisions. Free nuclear mitotic divisions, and there is formation of large number of nuclei. Formation of large number of nuclei like this. Large number of nuclei. That is, this division, mitotic division, takes place. It takes place without wall formation. Without wall formation. That is, it involves only karyokinesis. There is no cytokinesis. Later on, there is appearance of large central vacuole. And this large central vacuole, it pushes the nuclei towards peripheral side like this. Towards peripheral side. Okay. And lastly, wall formation may take place. And finally it becomes cellular type, or it shows cells like this. Okay. That is, wall formation takes place in later stages and it becomes cellular. And this wall formation takes place from periphery to the center. That is, wall formation takes place from periphery to the center. That is, in centripetal manner. Okay. Wall formation takes place in centripetal manner, and sometimes it may becomes totally cellular like this. Okay. So it is the development of endosperm. Which type? Nuclear type. Example, maize, jawar, sunflower. It is most common type and it involves free nuclear mitotic divisions. That is, triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by free nuclear mitotic divisions to form large number of nuclei. These nuclei are triploid. Then there is appearance of large vacuole in the center which push all the nuclei towards periphery, and wall formation may take place in centripetal manner to become cellular type. Okay, so it is the first type of endosperm. Now the second type, which is termed as cellular endosperm. First one is the nuclear endosperm, second one is the cellular endosperm. This cellular endosperm is found in dicots such as Datura, then Petunia. Cellular endosperm. Now, in cellular endosperm, the divisions, mitotic divisions, involves wall formation from the initial step. That is, triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by mitosis. That is, it involves karyokinesis as well as cytokinesis. Suppose is the embryo set. Here is the zygote and triploid primary endosperm nucleus. This triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by mitosis, and from initial steps it involves wall formation, and finally it becomes like this. Finally it becomes like this. Okay. It is the cellular type of endosperm. Nuclear endosperm and cellular endosperm. In nuclear endosperm, there is one example. That is coconut. In coconut, the endosperm is maybe solid endosperm and liquid endosperm. Solid endosperm and liquid endosperm. So it is cellular type of endosperm. And last one is number 3. Halobial endosperm. This halobial endosperm is found in the series Halobi of monocots or order Halobiales, and hence the term halobial endosperm. This endosperm development is intermediate endosperm. Now what happens here? Suppose it is again embryo sac. Here is the zygote and triploid primary endosperm nucleus. Now this triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by mitosis. It divides by mitosis, which involves karyokinesis and cytokinesis, and there is wall formation. There is wall formation, and due to wall formation, this chamber is divided into two chambers. Number one is the larger chamber, and here is the smaller chamber. Okay. Triploid primary endosperm nucleus divides by mitosis, which involves karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Due to cytokinesis, there is formation of wall, and this wall formation divides this chamber into two parts, that is smaller chamber and larger chamber. This larger chamber is micropylar chamber, while the smaller chamber is Chalazal chamber. Now what happens? In these two chambers, cytokinesis may take place, it is wall formation may take place, and later on it becomes cellular type. Mostly wall formation takes place in micropylar chamber, okay, and due to wall formation it becomes cellular type. That is, it shows characters of both nuclear type as well as cellular type, and hence it is termed as intermediate endosperm. Okay, so today we have studied development of endosperm and the types of endosperm. Okay, we summarize this concept in a few minutes. Okay, post-fertilization changes involves development of endosperm, development of embryo, formation of seed, and formation of fruit. Okay, endosperm and embryo develop simultaneously within the ovule. Now what happens? This the result of second fertilization, or the result of triple fusion, that is triploid primary endosperm nucleus, forms endosperm. In angiosperms, endosperm develops from triploid primary endosperm nucleus. It is triploid and it is always post-fertilization tissue. Endosperm is the nutritive tissue which provides nourishment to the developing embryo. On the basis of development of endosperm is of three types, that is nuclear type or nuclear endosperm, cellular endosperm, and halobial endosperm. For board examination, we have to remember what is endosperm, what is its nature, how it develops, types of endosperm with their examples. Thank you.